Hello. This is my update video for the Philippines. I forgot to update you donors. You donors deserve it. And I want to show you guys the fruit of your guys' giving and what you guys really did to smash on hell with your guys' giving. So, yeah, like what you guys sowed into and what you guys are now reaping, I'll elaborate on. And if you guys want more specific explanations, a lot happened. I can't fully divulge everything. But you guys could DM me. No flirting, ladies. Just kidding. That never happened. That never happened. But on a serious note, yes. You guys could DM me specifically on Facebook Messenger. That would be great. We can video chat, typing, whatever. So anyway, y'all like this butterfly? Real men stand in front of butterflies. Underestimate the caterpillar rate about the butterfly. Bars. Anyway, that's from Damian Lillard, Portland Trailblazers. Anyway, on a serious note, so I'm going to talk about more of the wild side of God. My earlier post, I talked about more of the careful side of God, full of care. Now this is the carefree side of God, and like crazy things happen. Like the wild side of God is simply when God just shows Himself very tangibly, And like one of the things that happened were like many miracles, kidney stones, 15 kidney stones coming out after I preached and we prayed. In a hospital, like gold dust on parents' arms and a jewel being found in a little girl's arms. Crazy stuff like that, And super, super crazy. And sorry, I just ran, so sorry for my panting. And just crazy stuff like that. Even my own Pikachu, I wish I had it, but I brought a Pikachu. And God even told me that God made me he gave me the number 32. So at this conference, whoever was age 32 had to stand up. And God told me that they're going to be shocked with His glory like Pikachu, and they're going to be quickened. And long story short, during the conference, for fun, one of the pastors used the Pikachu to slay my mentor, and I thought he was joking, right? But then so I grabbed it just to just for good vibes, and just it was a fun time at this conference. I just tapped the girl, and she literally flew back into her seat. So I guess my doll Pikachu is an electric charged Pikachu. So I'm like, no lie, it happened. You could ask some of the people that were with me. Crazy stuff. Real fun. And yeah, even preaching at the hospital, I've never done that. Having to really bring a joyful environment, despite how depressing it is, really just staying focused on what the Father's doing. Despite how hard that was, when I preached at Pastor Hiram's church, that was actually harder because I had to talk about a depression. 2014 through 2015 I went to, and how I almost went atheist. I had to talk about that, but it was a blessing. Thank you, church, so blessed. Y'all blessed, you guys blessed us and restored the heck out of me personally, so thank you for that. And but the thing I'm going to elaborate on, something I went on, was I really prayed on going after, was simply words of knowledge. And yeah, God enabled me to heal headaches and heal some people. It's great. But the thing I really wanted was word of knowledge. And the reason why I love word of knowledge, because it simply shows how much the Father knows each and every one of us. And word of knowledge, if you don't know what that is, it's simply hearing something from God that I may not know about another person. For example, if I get someone's number, guys, pray that it's a girl you like's number. Kidding. So on a serious note, like if I get someone's number, someone's bank account, that's happened with my leader, Lindsay Coyle. She's gotten bank account numbers, like actual numbers. Of course she's not going to know that, but God told her. That's how much God knows us. He knows the number, our actual phone numbers, the numbers on our head and everything. So word of knowledge is really to enhance even more intimacy with God, with the Father specifically put. And so one of the things that happened, I can't fully elaborate, but one of the things that first happened to me with the Father was there was this girl named Chachi, shout out to you. She's, long story short, felt like she wasn't capable of leading anymore, and leading worship. And I didn't know she was depressed for 2 straight months. And long story short, God showed me, first and foremost, how much she knows her intimately. I never knew she was a worship leader. I flew flipping 15,000 miles or however long it is from the Philippines from LA to the Philippines, right? So I was able to, by hearing God's voice pretty well, I'd say, I was able to hear from God that she's a worship leader, and God showed me the specific worship leaders that she liked in order, starting with Stephanie Frizzell, Theological Bay. Anyway, so on a serious note though, but And then, so that was already crazy enough. They were all astounded. The senior pastor was freaking out. And then God showed me how much she was crying for 2 months. And they freaked out even more because the senior pastor knew her process. So it was definitely a father-daughter moment. That's what word of knowledge is really for, father-son, father-child moment. And that Psalm 126:5 says that those that sow in tears will reap in joy. I was able to release that over her. And that whatever you feel, whatever you did that made you feel in shame, yes, that may have been true, whether it's addiction, alcohol you did, whatever. Like, it's true, but what is truth? God sees the truth about us, who we are really meant to be. So God doesn't remind us of our sin, but he reminds us of who we really are, which is the truth of who we really are, who he really created us to be, our redeemed selves. So that was really cool, setting her free. Then another instance, kind of the next day, man, there is this person who God led me to, and I was able to call out Chachi from the stage, but this other person God led me to go to specifically, and Father was already telling me, hug this guy, embrace this person. And God was telling me how proud he was of this person. But all of a sudden, when I got closer, God gave me the word of knowledge, pornography. So I'm like, maybe he's struggling with it. And then God said, you can release it to this person. So I did. And this person admitted, I've been struggling with homosexuality for about 30-something years. And I said, bro, I just want to commend you. This is why God's so proud of you. He doesn't just, the world goes after progression, but the Father goes after progression. And he celebrates your progress, bro. And whatever is kept in the dark will not be healed. Whatever's brought to the light will be healed. And like, dude, he's not here to shame you. The Father ends shame. The Father covers shame. He destroys shame. He's not all about shaming you even more. He lives to end shame. You know, so I'm just hugging you right now to show you that he is more concerned about showing you who you really are. Once again, that homosexuality thing, yeah, may have been true, but the truth of who you really are is this: you're a man after God's own heart and such, and just releasing all that. And now this person's just a man on fire, you know, just fully repentant, you know. And another one where this guy came somewhere far. He had to fly from an island to Manila, and long story short, God just simply told me that your nightmare season's over, your dream season's about to begin. And then one of my friends, Tim, who was our pastor and our guide, told me this guy flew all the way from Manila, and he spent some of the last of his money, you know, and he just lost his job. And it's so cool how the Father cares so much to give him even more hope in life. And another instance too, where I wanted to give, you know, yes, when I first got to the Philippines, God blessed me with 3,000 pesos through this woman that I was evangelizing to, but yet I've learned that God doesn't bless us to increase our standard of living, but our standard of giving. So I wanted to just end poverty, and I wanted to have a word of knowledge of who really needs the money. And God allowed me to give 500 pesos to this guy, and pretty much I wanted to give more, but he didn't want more. He did not want more. He said, I want you to spread the wealth. And 500 pesos is only what, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, $8 or something like that, $17, you know, US dollars. And he said, this is going to last me the month. And that just broke me down, you know, broke me down. I kind of shared about it in my earlier post, but yeah, if you guys ever want if you guys want me to go into detail even more about these spectacular things happening, and just let me know. But thank you guys, thank you donors so much. Like, this is how your finances and your prayers really have destroyed hell. So for the Philippines. So without you guys, this would not have happened. So thank you so much. This is the investment that you guys sowed into. So thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.